Okay, guys, so I kind of got to be a bit quiet here because it's late. It is currently 12:22, and so we're going to be very quick, but hopefully still long enough. Like not very long, but not too short. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing over the next few months, maybe until mid August ish, somewhere in there, I'm going to be dedicating most of my money to a computer build. Now, this computer build s- is just going to be fucking insane. Like, it's something I wanted to do for a long time. Now, with this computer build, I was faced with a significant challenge, to say the least, in that as it comes to actual computer building, I know what I'm doing. Like, I do know what I'm doing, but I don't have the ability to have one computer and another one currently being built because I do have the $700 Pavilion Power HP pre-built, but I'm a nice guy. I think I'm going to donate that. And I know, oh, but it was $700. Why are you donating that much? But whenever it comes down to it, I can't get nearly that now. Let's be honest, the RX 550, maybe 50 to $75 would be a maximum. That's for the processor. And on top of that, the Ryzen 7 1700. It is a it is a 7 series of the Ryzen processor, but it's the first generation. It is extremely outdated compared to newer Ryzen CPUs and newer CPUs of any different type of thing. So it's not really going to work. Like I said, be quiet. Any who so as it comes to computers, I also am starting to teach a class, and I want to start next week, but I'll have to wipe my hard drive for my computer to show a legitimate way to install an operating system. And I'll probably have to buy another key, to be honest. But each month I still have bills to pay and stuff like that. So other things come ahead of it. It might even be into September, but it will be a ninth generation uh, Core i9. And that is ridiculous. Firstly, that is a processor that I could not even dream of having in the system I currently have. And the reason I want to build this, and it's not just for WWE 2K, which we all saw how that went. That was just fucking ridiculously terrible. But on top of that, I got Far Cry 5 and Payday 2, and neither one of those I can play on my current system either because my current system sucks nut sacks whenever it comes to you. It was okay, not overclockable. So, I mean, and my system isn't really upgradable at the moment. So it's not really that powerful. And no pre-built ever is. And all honesty, unless you get it from like a company that is literally pre-building the entire system for your specification. But basically, what I'm saying is over the next 4 or 5 months, I may be having to go back to the vlog style or political video style of recording and stuff like that. So it will be mostly on my phone or live streams on my laptop in the middle of the night, like it, like this one. But I won't have my laptop during the summer. So yeah. But anyway, once this build is done, I will have two 1070s in SLI mode working together. I will have a 9th Gen Core i9 9900K. That means it's overclockable, and the board that I'm using is the ROG something like that. It's some gaming motherboard from ASUS. So that is obviously supportive of an overclock uh, of an overclock, and I will be getting a Kraken uh, cooler, which has both the CPU fan and the water cooling in like one thing. So that's kind of cool. And that's something I actually have no experience with, and I just hope I don't break anything. I don't have any experience with water cooling, and that's gonna fucking suck. A loaded no, that's just gonna suck a load of ass. Let's be really honest, because I don't normally use that. I don't normally mess with that, and that's water on electronic circuitry. So you can see where, yeah, we could fuck some shit up. I don't think I'm gonna have my students do that, and I don't think I'm gonna have my students mess with that. I think that's just gonna be a thing that I do with one of my friends to teach her one on one. By the way, hi to you. And if you actually don't accept my offer, my invitation to work with me one on one, then I'll just let Matthew work with me. But I really don't want to because he seems very destructive. So, anyway, that's basically all I'm going to say. For the next few months, 4 or 5, maybe, but most likely not 6 months at the max. Uh, I will not be doing anything spectacular on this channel because I just I physically can't. I'm going to be doing buying computer parts as I get the money to buy them, and still being able to pay bills and stuff like that. And it's going to be a fucking beast of a computer. Don't get me wrong. I was going to get a 1080 Ti, but I decided against getting a 1080 Ti um, for the simple price that it's like, even now, $1,000. That's just fucking ridiculous. $1,000. And a lot of you are probably saying or thinking something like, oh, well, you're doing the 1070s in SLI mode. Most of the games that I play have heavy support for SLI mode. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't plan on getting any new games, and if I do get them, I'll get them. Whatever. But I don't want to have to uh, upgrade in the future, and if the games that I already currently play work well with SLI mode, which I've checked them, they do, then I'm just gonna stick with the SLI mode because it in the cases of some of the games that I play, almost doubles my frame rate. Not all titles. In fact, there's a majority of titles out there that if you play them, SLI mode will not help you. But in my case, the games that I play, they all have pretty decent SLI support. Because the games that I play, they're more big titles, so it's kind of a trade-off. You pay more, but you get optimizations that other games don't get, and that's kinda cool. But, yeah, so that's gonna be going on. Now, I may live stream in my classes sometimes to show the kids, working on the system and looking at my system. Now, I'm gonna wipe out the hard drive and everything, back up all the files that I had on there previously onto shit, I haven't even thought of where I'm gonna back them up yet, because I ordered a 16 gigabyte, thumb drive, but that's for the OS for my computer. So, I don't know where the fuck I'm actually gonna back it up. Shit. I guess I gotta find out. Luckily, I don't have anything other than games, which I can download through Steam and fucking OBS, which isn't really shit either. Although games are fucking massive, like 118 gigabytes was like two fucking games. I think that was Far Cry 5 and WWE 2K18, which or 2K19, which I downloaded both of them and literally can play neither. I paid like 30 on sale for Far Cry 5 and like 20 on sale for WWE 2K19, and I can't play. That's my stupid idea, not fucking reading and understanding the actual minimums of games and understanding that, yeah, maybe my PC might not be powerful enough. But I mean, I was tempted. I would have bought it anyway. So anyway, that means that my current computer now will not be in use for 4 months because I'm going to be bringing it here next week, and I'm going to literally wipe the hard drive whenever I get the chance, clear everything out, and then use it as an example PC, take it apart, do all of that. And plus, our school actually doesn't have an exam, and this is a blind school, so I don't know why they don't have this here. But our school actually doesn't have an example of an AMD processor, which my system just happens to be AMD. Of course, being that my next system is going to be the Core i9 9900 build, it's pretty obvious that I'm not going to be fucking. Uh, I'm not going to be having that in my next system, but it's going to be amazing. My system, whenever I get it, it's going to be it's going to be a beast. And if the 1080 Ti wasn't so expensive, or the uh, RTX uh, not or the RTX 2080 wasn't so expensive, I would get those. I would. Like, even if it was like $100 cheaper or something like that. No, it's not much comparatively to the overall cost of the device, but even if it was just that much lower, I would get them. But I'm not willing to pay over $1,000 a piece for a fucking graphics card. And that's just, I'm not that big of a fucking enthusiast. I know I have a Core i9 9900 that's going into my system, but I'm not a fucking enthusiast. Like, that's that, that's just ridiculous. And computer parts do nothing but decline in value. They can't go up until they're rare. And by the time they're rare, nobody fucking wants them, because rare computer parts are old computer parts. You can't find any new rare computer parts. If you do, people will charge you out the ass for them. But comparatively, you could get something else, pay much less, and have the same power. You're not paying for power, you're paying for the ability to say, look, you peasants, I have this edition of a graphics card, so fuck you. Like, that's essentially all you're paying for there. But that's just me. Hopefully you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. See my hair? Look at it. Look at all my hair and its goodness. I got to get a haircut too soon, so a bit of extra money on top of what I already got to do this month. But so yeah, over the time that I have the ability to get these things, which now that I'm actually looking at the actual cost, it might take me anywhere from 6 months, because this computer is over 2 grand. And I have bills to pay, stuff to do, things that, and I'm still in school, so I don't have that time to do whole lot of working. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, but it'll get built. Again, it might be for Christmas time. But it'll get built and I will love it. But next month or next week, I'll be having my uh, goodbye streams from the current computer this weekend, before I wipe the hard drive on Saturday night and take it with me to school Sunday. And then I will be teaching a course probably once or twice a week during the time that I would normally be studying and tutoring, because let's be honest, it is a lot of time whenever I don't even have anything to study. I can't study something because either I know it or I don't know it. With me, there is no in between. Working with someone isn't going to make me understand how you pull a fucking number out of thin air and expect yourself to somehow be able to work out a damn problem with it. But I do understand enough of mathematics. And yeah, so tutoring, I will go a couple of times a week, but I will simply not sit there every day, all week, doing nothing. Because you can explain to me something until you're blue in the face, but if I don't get it, I just don't fucking get it. There's not much that I don't get, but if I don't get it, then it's just way over my head and I'm not going to get it. If I get where numbers come from, and I can where things are coming from, and I get it, then I get it. If I can't, then I won't be able to ever. And that's proven detrimental, but also obvious to me as time goes on. And I would expect that most people are like that. They just don't have as big of a tolerance for, well, sitting through people's fucking lectures. And they're not bad. Honestly, they're not bad, but that's a whole other tangent. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk about this type of stuff later, probably on my vlog styles next week. If you want to see me with that, go and check those out on my channel. Goodbye.